Okay, here's the pump. It was delivered, and we'll see. We're gonna do the installation. We'll see how it goes. Okay, here's the box that it came with a pump. So I took the pump out of the box, and the first thing I did is this bracket, the housing or bracket, it was not there, so I just installed the bracket, so nothing special. And then I installed a seal inside of it, but very careful, do not touch it with your fingers. Basically what I did is I used this the fiber cloth and just pressed it in. So you can guys find it in YouTube, lots of guys explaining how to do it. And the second problem that I came up with, this is the old one. So I took that seal off, and I find out that it's different shaft, and the new seal just will not go in. I thought that I've got the wrong impeller or the wrong seal, so that the diameter is just ID of the seal doesn't match. So what I find out is that part of this seal, the rubber seal, was still attached to the impeller. So what I did is I pulled this off, and there's another rubber piece in here. I pulled that rubber piece off, and so basically it was inside of this piece, and it was part of the spring seal. So I was kind of like, wow, I have to buy a new impeller because it's different, but it's not. So this is the normal shaft that it should be. Then this seal will go perfectly. So it was a little dirty, so I took I don't know, you call it Scotch-Brite or something, and I just cleaned off the seal so it looks nice and clean. And so my next step is going to be to insert this piece into the shaft, and then we will continue. Okay, the next step is to insert the spring seal into impeller. So the one important thing that you have to look for is this look like maybe a ceramic or the plastic surface that goes against the ceramic seal, so it should facing up. So what you do is you just carefully press this in, but I don't know, can you or cannot? Well, I'm just want to be careful not to touch the surface in the top, and just get a rag and try to press it in all the way so it gets seated all the way down. So that's what it looks like, it's there. Yeah, it looks like it's seated all the way down. And that's about it. So the next step, we will go and put the other pieces together, so we can stop here for this moment. Okay, so the next step is to place this one, and what you should look for is this one says top, and our top is going to be the one where the ground wire is connected. So the sticker is facing up, the ground wire, so I guess that goes in like this. I don't see anything special here. It should line up, and let's remove this protective cap, and Now the impeller itself, it goes in, and I believe it turned clockwise because it's a left-hand thread in there. So in my case, see, I can't thread it in because the shaft, the motor spins as well. So what I have to do is to get the wrench inside of the back side of the motor so it can lock in place. I believe the guys are talking that the only way to get there is you have to remove the capacitor, this black thing, then you can insert the wrench in there. So I will do this process and we'll get back to you. So it's pretty easy, and I'll show it later. Okay, I removed the capacitor. If you guys are doing it, huh? Okay, you good? Okay. If you guys are doing it, well, this is the new motor. If you're doing the old one, then you have to check your capacitor. It could be loaded. Probably the best way to get the right screwdriver. I don't think this is a this is conductive but non-conductive screwdriver, and you have to shorten between the two connectors. Make sure there is no load there, so it's just charged. And so since it's a new from the factory, there is nothing there, no load. So I removed the cap, and I'm using the 7/16 range, and if my neighbor will stop cutting their bushes, that would be much better. Okay guys, I have to get back to it because I have to close my garage door. Okay, so we're back. 7/16 range, and if you can show it to me here. So you have to insert it and find those flats in there so you can lock the motor. So maybe to flip the wrench around, and there we go. It went in, so now it's locked. And whoa. Okay, put this down like this, and the cap is attached. So I'm gonna turn my impeller into a shaft and clockwise. It should go in pretty easy. Okay. Okay. I believe this is just a hand tight. You don't have to put too many force in there. That's it, because it turns the opposite direction, so it will not gonna get loose. So got this back. Now I have to put the capacitor back. This bad boy. Okay, so looks like it's there. And protective shield. The bracket is holding it. Screw back in. Just to get, so you start it up, and then you can align everything and get your range. I think, did I put it right? or that should go to the other side. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off again. Yeah, the hardest part is to memorize how it was before, so you can get it back. I think that should go this way. Okay. Yeah. So that's about it. Just put it back in, and we'll go from there. So let's go for the next step. We're back, and the next thing, it's called diffuser, and the diffuser has also there's an arrow pointing out, and it says the word top. So the same way, there's a little notches here in the top, and the same way, so the arrow pointing up, and those are ground screws, so we know this is the upper side of the pump. So we're just aligning with the grooves, and then we just press it in, and it's there. So now the next thing, I'm gonna have to think and figure it out what rubber seals and or O-rings go in here, and it probably one goes in here, and we'll go for the next step. Okay, our next step is to place the pump into the housing, actually into the actual pump itself, pool itself. What I did is I ordered this kit from Amazon. It says replacement seal kit for Hayward Super Pump. It came with two seals. The one is a ceramic seal, and another one is that spring seal. There's a ceramic one, there's a spring. So it's a pretty good deal. We'll see how the quality is gonna go. Let's see for how long our pump is gonna run in a good condition, good way. And it also comes with for pool and spa equipment O-ring lube. So that's pretty good. So you can use a special the lube. Now, if you get back to the kit, what's in the kit? It has this seal. Looks like it goes into this cover. Then another seal, that's this one, that goes into the pump housing, which is the outside. So it looks like it's gonna be here, but on the other part. And this is the seal that's for the clear transparent plastic cover where you pull the filter out. So it's pretty good kit. Let's see, this one that I installed, it's called US Seal. This is the part number. I ordered this one from Pool Supply, and it was a pretty good deal. But I think I'm not sure, but I'm hoping the quality is the same. Looks like, yeah, it should be alright. Assembled in Mexico. I don't know who makes it, but probably both made in China. Anyway, so I used that one because I just opened the box, and so this one should be alright too. And for the next step, we will go outside, and we will install the pump back into the housing for the pump outside. Alright, I'll see you there. Okay, so the next step, this is the pump housing itself. It's a little bit dirty here, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean this up. And previously I was talking about the gasket. So here's the gasket. It looks like a flat gasket. So I'm gonna take this one off and clean this whole inside because it's been sitting like a month. Well, we're in Florida, and the winter time it was pretty cold. So, well, not that cold as in any other states, but it was cold for Florida. So I was able not to run pool for about a month. So it's not no algae there, nothing. So it's pretty clean still. So this is the gasket that will go on a pump. I will show you later. So that's the next one. And so let me clean this up and we'll go from there. Okay, so I applied this O-ring lube okay, around the gasket. So and I'll try to press it inside of that groove. Should go in. It looks a bit bigger in diameter. Huh. Gonna be interesting if I can put this in. Go from one side, try one side, then get out of the other side. That's gonna be a pain in the butt, but I'm gonna keep trying. Okay. Okay, I think it worked. So it's all the way in. Just press it against, so it goes in all the way. Okay. So for now we're good. And then I'm gonna apply some of the gummy stuff around it. I don't know which way is better, but we'll see. So I will do that, and there's all the way around, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the big one, the big O-ring, already applied the lube around it, and now I'm gonna do the smaller one. Basically just I don't know, get this thing all over the place and just smear it around everywhere to be sure to cover all the dry spots. Everything is sealed. Okay. Put some around. Maybe it's a good idea to. Maybe it's not unnecessary, but I will do it anyway. I'll just apply this stuff around this piece. Anyway, it's not gonna hurt. So then I want to make sure that it gets into a groove a little bit, you know, so it doesn't stay dry. So when it gets inside, I hope that it'll compress, so whatever the unneeded or unwanted stuff will come out. So we'll see. Okay, so I'll put this in just like that, and I might will apply around the surface as well, just to be sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, so, and I will ride back to you guys. Okay, the next thing is what I did before, I connected the wires to the back of the pump, and that was the most hardest thing to do. It was really pain in the butt. I broke the sweat, you know, sweating because the wires are so thick, and the gauge are very, I guess the gauge is very small, and it was very hard to, not much room, and you have to twist the wire and tighten it with a screw. It was very tough. So now, so basically all you do is just connect two wires back in. I just kept the same location when I took the old pump out, so it's the same locations, but you want to verify, guys, with your instructions how do you connect your pump, but mine was the same way. So now I'm ready to place the pump back into the housing. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so it's gonna be at the top. Okay, what's wrong? Something is not going in. Interesting. What's not letting me? Okay. Okay, now it's going in. Okay. So make sure the front of the pump is lined up with the opening there, and okay, so what's going on right now is, as you can see, Alan, can you pay attention to this? Leave it alone. Okay, and show me from the top. So what happened is, since the gasket was protruding outside, sticking out from outside, so I have a gap here, and I think because it's a new gasket, when you're gonna put the screws, it will tighten it against the other surface, and it will kind of compressed against each other. So I think that's what it's gonna happen. So right now I'm just putting the screws back in. Just snug it so it kind of holds itself in place.
The heat and start it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.